Ooh! Welcome to June 2015, a mixtape which is a compilation of all the trauma, drama, and good and bad situations I've been through over the past 4 years, of course. This section of the mixtape is called Before the Amends, which means these 5 songs represent the chaos I've been through before I met with therapists and I was better and more relaxed. Thank you, and enjoy. For real.
Alright, here's a slow-mo song for you. I hope you enjoy. Here I go. "2015. I arrived in June. Cried grays and lush greens, contrast I found soon. Everything cool with my family. Something else gradually triggered me. I chilled at the beach, Moroccan sunshine, swam in ocean filth, but felt gross in brine. Too much exposure made my hair crispy. The moment I started to think picking, strolled up to the roof, looking down below. I needed true proof as I saw my bro. He was glad, cute and like Caucasian. I thought it would take simple persuasion. Came to my mother, I was curious about my father, so mysterious. When I was 14, my dad was low paid, taxi driver with speech delayed. Why marry that guy? He's black and you're white. Did you even try to find someone right? She was shocked at first, wanting hell to end, but I made problems start with Ecrovid. Means divorce backwards, written with paintbrush, my solemn message, thought of in a rush. During my July of bored depression, watched daily my best uncle in suspicion. He loved me with heart, wanted me to thrive, took me to the mart, made sure I'm alive. Still leaving on trips, I always compared my skin color to strangers I ignored. I got potatoes, slammed them at my sis. I needed tomatoes, amoeba numbness. In August, I left foreign family. Time to start my 4-year calamity.
Where the heck's my masterpiece, sir or madame?
For all my pains, ain't any complaints. This one shall pleasing krills and grays, my organic thoughts in acrylic. The ambition is fantastic, but many delays, so many days of creating the composition with dry tears and perspiration in the studio. My ass stays, cause his hobby is now commute, which me and my client dispute. But she offered me sure payment, $7 grand up front was the agreement. She knew I'm starting virtuoso that loves art from God to Picasso, so gotta paint with all techniques, or else these critics write poor critiques. Finally I finished crazily, all that work made me move dizzily. But I presented the piece to her, she says it's destined to stun for sure. It was good enough to exhibit, back then I thought to prohibit my potential words. I'm ready to make my credentials steady. At an art gallery in France, I stood beside my only chance. As the crowd gathered so compliant, was told to reveal by my client. And, well yeah, my work was hated, the folks booed calling me amateur. My thing was taken by the manager, most chances are very belated. Where the heck's my masterpiece, sir or madame? I'll throw a mental tantrum if it's a disaster. Why can't I get it on my canvas? Help me please, searching my mind and beyond, don't bully or tease. Where the heck's my masterpiece, sir or madame? If you assist, I'll recall you near a podium. By ignoring awards, don't I have talent? If not, should I cease, cause I ain't valiant?
The song is like an 8-ball, shows multiple answers to disasters. Many artists hype to brawl, spewing those paints, those mainstream masters. But I reflect heavily about myself and where I'm going in life. I must ignore dreadfully, for I got regrets, can't fix mistakes twice. I'm repairing thought by thought. The quest to get famous is a goal I sought. That attention is my maximum. The first of many, I love the wisdom. I'm preparing breath by breath to control that rage that affects my health. Turning a new page of stealth, or else my ignorance affects my wealth. Where the heck's my masterpiece, sir or madame? Where the heck's my masterpiece, sir or madam?
The reason why I love rap so much is because I can express and confess, even at the same time. I wasn't the hero or the villain whatsoever, but stealing attention is a glum endeavor. Rule of thumb, don't compare yourself to others, or your mistakes will be comparable blunders. I meant put your people closer to virtue yourself than others too flawed to even be half perfecto. They could be prodigies, they could be confident, all a part of hierarchies where the relevant as a selfish goal. I wanted to be the GOAT, but now a relish rival. Try not to gloat, but realize we all progress at different speeds. No distress when I chose less wants and more needs. Think for yourself, you always have held over wealth. Jealousy gave me stiffness instead of keen stealth. Just use your tongue wisely to develop your skills. All that constant practice can go beyond green bills. Jealousy hurts, so watch where it lurks. Beating your rivals gives you few perks. Believe me, I can be one of the jerks that doesn't ponder how ignorance works. So if you don't like someone, it's obvious. It's common sense, no need to be curious. Be with your true friends, for it's treacherous to get jealous of a rival, mysterious. The first girl is proud of her YouTube channel. Her makeup and tops all be my jeans and flannel. She also uses her fan base to her advantage. During one live chat, giving me mental damage. I texted, "Hi there, remember me?" No answer. A few texts later, the subscribers helped the master. I got too fierce. First girl blocked me with no remorse, but she mocked my illness and ignored with force. The second girl is like a Swiss Army knife, sharp with her talents, closer to a mature life than others. Disabled, her kindness enabled me to obsess over the success she's cradled. Whenever she smart talks, I beat myself inside. Go with math, but her wrath is clear when I decide to roast and boast her at school intentionally. But in the end, she beats me intellectually. Jealousy hurts so, watch where it lurks. Beating your rivals gives you few perks. Believe me, I can be one of the jerks that does ponder how ignorance works. So if you don't like someone, it's obvious. It's common sense. No need to be curious. Be with your true friends, for it's treacherous to get jealous of a rival. Mysterious. I may be a student of average, but I'm far from a savage. Nobody's a perfect creation, whether it's during work or recreation. I focus more on the latter before the former. I ask what's the matter. I'm still satisfied with my studies as well as my relationships with buddies. My behavior though is not modest, needs some work to be honest. Ranges from cussing to rebellion. On Fridays I get no edible medallions. My school is a reflection, knowing the times I get results like detention. I had that history within punishments of misery. One of them is community service, or as I would say, community furnace, because it's a harsh consequence. It's tracked to anecdote to circumstance. Now it's not exactly juvie or jail, but it's one step close to a living hell in a strict preparatory school where half the students are not like a fool. One day I wanted to go backwards. I caused trouble that was logical forwards. I almost got in my school van, but I refused to get in as much as I can. My boss was going to be late to pick me up from the school I hate. I was punished for a week, but what I said was only a sneak peek. There were other random actions I did to give myself frustrated reactions. From revealing an R-rated story, had a timeout so mandatory, to spitting out slurs, didn't care my comeuppance was from his or hers. Overall, I'm not honorable in this school. At times, I'm an isolated troll. Some say this learning time ain't a burn, no way. I'll cause staff's heads to turn. All you do is wipe and take out the trash. That's what they say is they relish the cash. Community furnace happens every day. Can't escape, can't excuse it or delay. You feel like a crook, you can't learn crap. That's why I'm expressing through this rap. 2 weeks after I recorded this song, my lovely plan went really wrong. Hiding in 4th third of the year, my female friend and I had more than a tear. I thought she was the right match until the staff and parents made us detach. I was big with love struck, got infected until my brain was a muck. That was my worst decision. I hope didn't know about the best way to cope. Anyway, I met up with the principal, told me news that was mostly typical, like being yourself inside it out. Heard it before, always with doubt. However, I learned one moral: I'm like everyone else, not mortal. In the present and summertime, I get to be loud. In the school, I'm an adult mind. It's either freedom or bust. Back in school where I barely get trust. Wonder why I can't transition to my old school, a well-mature mission. It needs to be done for slow-mo, although the process is usually slow. But like any school in America, Alarco has its level of criteria. Hard homework and a hard schedule book to me is a pain so incredible. But there's great trust and great freedom alike. My current educational heathen. I'm a real teenage complainer. Hire me as a rebellious trainer. Some say this learning time ain't a burden, no way, all cost staff's heads to turn. All you do is wipe and take out the trash, that's what they say is they relish the cash. Community furnace happens every day, can't escape, can't excuse it or delay. You feel like a crook, you can't learn crap, that's why I'm expressing through this rap.
This song is based on a true story, roughly. Shout out to DJ Ray, by the way. He's the one that produced the song. Alright, I'm ready. The rain has stopped on an ordinary January. My decade of sanctuary shouldn't be stuck. Rewind like button, acting like an infant dropped. My hopes are nothing, but it's not hereditary. I'm now in trouble as I confess and pray in May. I can only relate with my words of struggle to the listener. Sob with me into a puddle, not prisoner. For love caught me as its prey. She had the qualities of more than a friend. She heard my calamities that no girl before, cause I've understood for I was not high demand. If I can't pretend to be a magnet to horrors, the teenage girl was awfully attractive. Precious pro with traits so reflective. My heart was at swivelance when she got aggressive. The style was smart, so I spoke so progressive. When I commenced 10th grade, we didn't greet each other. Just two teens in a degrading school. A school where giving contact info was a rule. A strict rule amongst others. In organized heat. Remember moving to a new house on Brown. That means I was assigned a new van driver. Not a bus driver, although he's a good provider. Conversing as we passed ghetto parts of town. When I found out she was born trans, no seed of doubt she sprouted like a flower. She lured my need to make my life advance with a lover who won't be sweet and sour. First we tried the novel Mario Kart and Revolutionary, but she took loss to heart. This is why I was contrasting the time with buddies known as pet adults being a teen and huggies. When we got our contact info, she texted me while in the garage. I declared a manifesto. Our love was far from a mirage until we were the last to care. Hey Mo, you there? Hey Mo, you there? Out came the lights for promises, I swear. Hey Mo, you there? The pleasant pair. During the end of January, I provided a caricature with her face, confident. My signature style, sketchy and deviant. My gift for February to make her delighted. She gave me a portrait with no oral comment. The first thing I noticed was Japanese text. Brought my phone translated and waited for the next step. Said I love you. Now I felt confident. This back and forth went on for a few months. We mostly chatted awkwardly at school campus, despite the school being strict on bullying and taunts. I felt better outside so that shit can kiss my ass. I met her outside first, I had a need to read. We were in our bubble near public scenery. Met again, sure to be in therapeutic bliss. A hyperactive girl is one I still slowly miss. These incidents start like ordinary days. Staff with Nemo in this retard's office. The office where they spoke at me like a novice. Told I helped her wrong, I was in a haze. To be honest, she showed me the wrist cuts. God yelling from her, stressing my fucking mind. How was the solution to this was so blind to me, but I would see it in angels or sluts. She was restrained, I got community service. She was 14 and I was 17. Got me tamed, got me as easy as clearance. The longer I'm here, they get too much green. Now we have to stay away from us as possible. But removing those memories are impossible. Even if a flower does decay, it's not gone. More rise, good or bad, the cycle's never done. As for part 2, titled After the Amends, I'm wanting to make these 5 songs to show that I'm looking at life in a positive way and embracing it with a smile. Also, now I'm able to embrace myself for who I was, who I am, and who I will be in the future. I hope you also enjoy the rest of this section, and maybe you'll get something out of it. Maybe. Yeah.
So what if we're 11 years apart? We were close into the very start, to house of a heart. He was born almost deeply torn, thinking about my mama as I'm worn. She's gonna be worn like a lot of birds. It was a success, no longer was I in distress. Stupid, feeling so worthless. My brother was red and white, I held him with my soft mind, but I didn't feel complete delight. That hair was fluffy, no afro black, like he's from a different racial pack. My first hint of jealousy made me whack. Fast forward 5 years in Elk Grove, my brother was at Treasure Trove. Peel his excitement like a clove. Usually has fun as a necessity from accident to calamity with keywords to profanity.
Dive into his imagination. During sun precipitation. Don't matter, it says recreation. I just encourage his playtime, even if it goes into my time. He's my brother, so sublime. He needs his potato head like water, taking his mind away, why bother? According to my mother, father. I say, hi, are you Luigi? No, I'm Yousef. He's squeezy tired of that joke, high and a freaky. Speaking about his cool name, it was my idea after he came. Yousef. That'll never be the same. Likes to think outside of the house, from playing ball to going to browse on the internet. His prayer for pounds. He's not so almost any person. I bet even with a guy out of prison, he'll talk to him in an unlikely version. Like the time on the front porch, the hard slime making a scorch. As we look at cars from Camry to Porsche, we saw an elderly lady. However, Yousef doesn't care. His endeavor is to make him and others feel better. Another time when he was about 4, never the one to be such a bore. He gave me something from before. He let me have his trust as a companion, better than a lifelong medallion. We barely had something like a rebellion. And why fight? He's my only brother. Compared to others, he's like no other. One is all I need, forget another. Like having a teenage sister, I could be some sort of minister to this little happy listener. Yes, I teach him moral lessons, putting him in right directions without going into perfections. I got a few unusual techniques every time giving him my critiques, preserved in his mind like antiques. I will throw his toys around before they can never be found. Runs all over, losing pound after pound. But he does have his limitations, like all of God's living creations, causing the family to burst in frustrations. He croaks and caws high pitch. He makes our new routines go switch. So many negatives why I haven't ditched. To be honest, at least it's typical for his age, not acting the reciprocal of a young child, so hysterical. Don't expect him to do calculus and Hamlet, for he's not ready for super talent. Just give him any pre-K pamphlet. Only Yousef can understand himself. Any promising boy on a regal show. Regal meaning not exactly well. Overall, my house will be boring if you don't have him each morning. Until nighttime, forget the ignoring. This boy of 5 gives me relief to most of the rough events of grief of my life. Now I pick a new leaf. Finally, I know that his birthday will be sure to not go astray. As long as I'm there to prevent delay, it'll be more than to get things done. It'll be more than to play Xbox One. He'll get older as we relish the fun. We're all mixed, either mentally or physically. We all know a lot from each other. It's called just. We could bar like libraries or still like vultures, depending on the nation's foreign familiarity. But the country of my birth had discrimination's reputation, attracted much immigration, which included stereotypes from bigots. They should seize, spread peas like preacher griots. Speaking of which, my parents are from North Africa. As a son in America, I had some hysteria. As a minority trying to fit the white criteria, drove myself crazy, need to relish my roots. So I'm glad that Morocco can stop my sorrow. For my mother's from there, bless her heart, that's not hollow. She helped me my whole life and she will end up tomorrow. Even when she's gone, I'll still think of her attributes. After my father fled to the USA via prison, I'm going to pray for that day he made the decision to leave Libya and go to secure sanctuary. Despite his problems, it boomed my nuclear family. My parents had to battle through many barriers during a time when Muslims were the new black. My dad and mom searched for jobs, headed on the right track. Then they had me in Sacramento, so no traveling back. Back to the present, I hope I can easily represent to my relatives that won't change a slow temperament. Become near their Arabic, though my fluency isn't evident. Be more optimistic, cause some youths never had nurturers. Now instead of looking past mirrors showing my skin color, I embrace my genetic looks. Besides, I could be worse. No need to fret, no need to regret, but yes to being the first. First to please them, from old dad to my only young brother. Once in Morocco, I'll think of it as a vacation. Bask in the sunlight and embrace the moonlight. But knowing 2 months there will go by soon, right? So I need to work less and give playtime dedication. So I need to visit parties, circuses, and beaches, as well as mosques to worship as the imam preaches. I'll feel confident again about my ethnicity. Its best benefit also affects my divinity. Honestly, I think too much about dark randomness. Sometimes my bulging mind becomes too treacherous. When my ignorance conquers, so adventurous. However, I'm happy to hold the discipline to cope. I'm happy about my racial worth even before birth. Being second generation was tough, that's the truth. Maybe when older, the future kids are third or fourth. And my family will survive and thrive better, I hope!
Alright, I'm ready. Thanks to DJ Ray for the sad, nostalgic, reflective rap beat. You always deserve a shout out from me. Can there be a cure? Urges that cause you fear. Crystal clear should it be for us addicts to be free? Can there be alternatives instead of using superlatives? Even our relatives get disgusted when bad habits are never busted. Lust for many is a must. Those perverts gotta thrust. Their hobby is peeking at asses until HIV makes them do dashes. Gluttony shouldn't be mutiny because it affects sloppily. Fuck hamburgers, suck veggie juice. Hell or heaven, what will they choose? Greed is the third sinful deed. Cash flowing like wounds that bleed. Ignore that counterfeit hype, causing the lying and cheating type. Sloth appears even behind cloth, as dumbfounded as a bright moth. No talent triggers tragedy. Some just waste time. Happily. Wrath gets the presence of death, the hate that forms the last breath. Anger starting in the level of booze, then in the grasp of the devil's noose. Envy seems like it is always ready to ignite a desire, fiery and heavy, for kindness is water evaporated. At times the sin becomes overrated. Pride is a trait that we can't hide. We all allow self-esteem to reside, but it's either positive or negative. Cure to errance might be imperative. However, there's always an opposite to this modern emotional epidemic. Such a composite of tranquility and peace by the family trinity. Men, women, children, not known, matter, the amount, spite, earn, the light, will be, heaven, faith outweighs sins, 7, rebuilt upon us as reminders to be faithful as well as providers to young inquirers around the globe. The next generation of improved hope. The minds that keep the 7 temptations makes sure it restricts our frustrations. No hesitations to find holy relations to God who helps during bad situations. It's over now. I'm done. World peace to all of you. Let's start at December 26, 2017. 5 days left. The end of the year, but I need more to accomplish. I'll take more life, I will commit theft. One goal was to visit a friend. I felt so lonely that I faced myself to offend. Gotta knock some social in my head. Gotta ring until that goal goes out to spread. I said to myself, gotta meet and discover. Doesn't matter if I end up with a good friend or lover. After I establish, I hope we will last. From a friend like a mo to a companion like a cast. Anyway, my dad was zooming in a way that's free in a free way. Davis to me felt so sharp as a needle, but within a roll sack of hay. Alienated is a word to describe as we got in an exit and small city vibe. Started at IKEA to buy my time with Queen at 6'6" without a receipt. They were right there so punctual, made my purchase with a complimentary greet. My dad was off, heading off in reverse. We decided to go forward to in and out first. As we went in, we talked about what we should execute in his house. Should we play games on his PS2 or react to a familiar cat and mouse? After we stuffed our faces and went out, I had an idea for the best entertaining route. I thought his house would be of upper middle class greatness, so prestigious. But my prediction was debunked when I saw the suburban home very conspicuous. They say you should never judge the outside, they were right due to the inside. First off, the place in my house seemed alike, finding the differences why bother. Second off, like me, Quinn at 6'6" has a similar family, a mom and dad, a sister and a brother. Third off, there were lots of furniture and decor. My home doesn't have that from crust to core. Gotta knock something social in my head. Gotta ring until that goes out to spread. I said to myself, gotta meet it and discover. Doesn't matter if I end up with a good friend or a lover. After I establish, I hope we will last. From a friend like a mole to a companion like a cast. We immediately went to his bare bones but clean room. Wow, mine was the opposite. The city was a contrast to a PS1 game we played about an alien apocalypse. Fitting cause again I'll mention, the year is ending, my waiting turns into tension. One more hour left, so we flee to do something else. Time is my worst enemy. We browsed through my buddy's iMac wanting to show me a video as a remedy. I'm slow-mo, but I expected his club, where he showed me a Tom and Jerry fan dub. It was a work in progress in Windows Movie Faker, so basic, but at least he's trying. Quinn866 has a hobby, so I respect that, for he's not obsessed to the point of dying. I saw most of it, gave him my critique. I said that it's funny, but you should focus on unique. Then he helped me to record a commentary in an attempt to reach YouTube fame. Still to this day, that collab was my least viewed video. I'm the primary one to blame. That was the last activity we finished, cause my presence there had to be diminished. We both went back to IKEA, my purchase was fulfilled, for I was social and busy. My dad and I left that needle in a haystack. After 2 hours I got tired and dizzy. My D26 2017 will expire, as well as my job as a loner. It's time to retire. Gotta knock some social in my head. Gotta ring until the goal goes out to spread. I said to myself, gotta meet and discover. Doesn't matter if I end up with a good friend or lover. After I establish, I hope we will last. From a friend like a Mo to a companion like a cast.
Here I go. Double chins weren't always an issue. Trouble barely came after I misused the fast food that made me a recluse, which I am at times of overeating to the point of grieving. My past skinny self is gone, mostly. Personality thrives in me slowly, and when lonely, I ponder, if only. Too much Taco Bell, the first bite was swell. I munch as a customer, in their spell they excel. I simply say farewell, not knowing that I'm my biggest enemy. Not knowing cheap food ain't the best remedy for my appetite and my depression. Now I'm aware I surge in frustration for losing weight. How long's that duration? High self-esteem with asides my emotional dream, when in myself I'll gratefully gleam without that obstacle, low self-esteem. High self-esteem, making me the highlight of the team, flows the mind and body into a stream of success away from low self-esteem. Weight loss is better. Light as a feather when I exercise. A way to realize weight gain is maintained. And 2K19, I'm finally 18, with some pain, restrained. When being extroverted, I'm the fifth wheel. Life of the party is a title to steal, but it's like a mile away from being real. Can't speak for long without an interruption. Others chat and laugh using substitution to make me alone and being primitive. For my social topics are repetitive, so are conversations at times uninventive. But along with friends who listen and relate, I got help from therapists during my state of awkwardness before it was too late. My rapport so small made an official, outgoing adult out of me, beneficial to society by contributing with skill. My main priority for paying the bill of personal sins, some all right on my will. High self-esteem with asides my emotional dream, when in myself I'll gratefully gleam without that obstacle, low self-esteem. High self-esteem, making me the highlight of the team, flows the mind and body into a stream of success away from low self-esteem. Social skills are better. I'm another settler of the winners of peace. In their hearts they don't cease. The lone wolf is maintained, which was me back then. Now can't recall when my insane self complained. That's it, folks. You heard what I was going to say anyway. Goodbye now.